Hey everybody, welcome to Locker Room Talk. My name is David Carter
I'm Reggie Walker.
and this episode is brought to you by Strategic Advisor Board and The Game Within the Game.
The Game Within the Game is a college accredited course nationally and regionally for student athletes, their parents, and other individuals to help them understand not just the mindset and perspective needed to succeed in a college sports environment, but to succeed in life as well. Below in the comments, you can check a link out and check us out there. But today, what we're going to be talking to about is reframing.
Yes, reframing, making the best out of not, a unpleasant situation or something that you have to go through. Like, for example, lifting weights or running. I never really liked it that much. Did you?
No, I did not like lifting weights. I did not like eating healthy. I did not like all of the things that are necessary for an athlete to be a great athlete. I hated all of those things.
But you have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it. And the thing is, too, the best with reframing, using that as a tool, it really can be used a couple ways. The first way in which you can use it, it's kind of thinking about putting like ketchup mustard on like, a hot dog to like get the hot dog down. You hate hot dogs, but you got to eat it. You're hungry. This is the only thing you can eat, but you got to eat. And you got to put something on it to kind of get yourself through this situation, right?
Right. So when we're talking about like weightlifting or running, right? I can run I don't like running at all, but I'll do sprints. I can't do long distance running. I have to do quick sprints and knock it out. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll run really hard and I'll do it. I don't like it, but that's how I'll do it. Or lifting weights. I have to have my headphones in. And I have to be, even when I'm running, I have to have my headphones in. I have to figure out a way to make it my thing to where it's not something that's unpalatable anymore.
Right. That was like the same thing with me and lifting weights. I hated lifting weights. I hated being in the weight room. So for me to just get through it and make sure I was getting the most out of it, because as an athlete, you do need to be strong, and you do need to be big, and you need to be physically fit so you're not getting hurt or injured. I had to, whatever was going to help me get it through that day was going to be like, hey, I'm going out later today. I'm going to be swollen as shirt. Like, as long as I was getting that stuff done, I got it done. Whatever it was. Because the reality of the situation, most people believe that as an athlete, or when you're struggling, you're striving for success in anything, you're going to come in with the same mentality every day, and that's how you're going to get things done. No. The fact of the matter is, you're going to be angry, you're going to be sad, stuff's going to happen, you're going to be sick, you're going to be in all these different moods. And the thing is, you have to kind of go with your mood sometimes. Yeah, there were sometimes I would go in there and lift weights, and I'd lift my brains out because I'm like, man, I'm so angry. I'm going to knock somebody out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and be that person. But then how I was on that Monday, that next Tuesday, I was not that way. I was like, man, I'm tired. Man, I just kind of,
Right.
You just don't have it in you like
And
that.
then that's where you have to reframe, right? You're like, man, I'm so tired right now. How am I going to get through this suck right now, through this, to where I need to be? Because I got to finish this workout. I got to finish this practice. And I can't go out here and I can't half-ass it. I got to put some good tape on.
Yeah.
So, how do I do this?
It even comes to, studying or having tough conversations, or just anything that's difficult for you to do.
Right.
You really need to understand when it comes to yourself, not everyone else, just yourself, because you're the one doing the job, is what works for me to help me get from point A to B, not point A to Z, from A to B. What's going to help me take the next step? Because when it comes down to doing hard things, you're not going to take these leaps and bounds. It's going to be baby steps.
Right.
And then you build momentum, and then you're running. It's
Right.
not going to be these leaps and bounds that you think it is.
Because when you try to do it from and you have it planned out, but then if you try to take too big of a step, like you said, A to Z, try to do it for A to Z, then you overwhelm yourself, right? Take those next step, and that's the next part of what we're talking about of reframing, right? Is if you overwhelm yourself with too much, then you have to take a step away from the fire. and look at your situation differently, reevaluate your situation, what resources you have available to you, what tools you have that you can use, and what position you're at, right? And what that real obstacle is, and how you can provide value.
Right.
And when you do that, then you have, because you've taken that step away from the fire and allowed yourself the ability and the space to reframe your situation, then now you can attack it the way that you should have been, because that's where a lot of people who don't understand when they take that step back or understand, they burn out. They keep hitting their head up against the wall. They keep trying a way that just isn't working, and they never get to their destination because they're trying to get from A to Z, when really what we just need from you right now, is the coaches sort of say this all day, we just need from you right now is to do this one simple thing. Stop trying to do all this extra, do this one simple thing.
Get from this point to this point. Because the thing is about, what David means when it comes to being overwhelmed. The environment of just college sports or professional sports or just life in general at times can just be very, very overwhelming for a lot of different reasons. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is you need to be where you're at for best results. For you to get from point A to Z, you need to go through B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through the alphabet till you get to that point. And you're going to have to deal with overwhelm. But the thing is, with reframing, it's not just making a situation palatable. That's one part of it. But what David was saying is being able to take a step back and reevaluate everything, taking a breath, looking at everything, and reevaluating, like, what is actually good about this? What is actually bad about this? What do I actually have as tools that can help me? What do I actually have against me in this situation? For example, going into my second year in the league, I was up for a starting position. I realized after the fact that I really wasn't technically up for the starting position, because just like we've talked about with the league, if you don't have any professional sports, you have to have the money behind you. If you don't have the money behind you, it doesn't matter how good you are. Mm-hmm. You have to work your way up to get to that point. But the fact of the matter was, I came into that year wanting to play. I wanted to play. That was my whole goal. I want to play. I thought I was going to do it on the inside. I got beat out for position. It was fine, but I still wanted to play. So I took a step back, realized what can I do to actually get on this field. So I saw that on our practice squad, we're in Arizona. It's 115-degree weather every day. We have two guys who are taking all the reps for the scout team, but they're going against the starting offensive line every day. So what I did was, hey, let me sub in. You guys take a break, go get some water, and I would go and pass rush because I did a little bit in college. I did know that was one of the skills I did have. I would go against the tackles, ask them what I did, what I didn't do, and I got really good at that, even though I was an inside linebacker. So 2 weeks later, somebody goes down. Next thing you know, guess who's playing in the game and starting? I was. And then for the rest of that year, even though I couldn't play inside, I was playing outside. And then when it came to leaving Arizona, when I got picked up, I decided to leave Arizona. 2 days later, I got picked up by another team. And guess what I'm doing there? The same thing. I'm playing inside and outside. Now I'm extremely valuable now because I can do all these things. But that wouldn't have happened. I probably wouldn't even had a career if I didn't even take a step back and reframe my situation. So just like going forward with this, reframing, it's sometimes you got to go through hard things. You got to get them down, and you can't go around it. You got to do it. It sucks. You just got to do it. You got to figure out a way that works best for you to get the situation down. The other part about it is taking a step back and reevaluating your situation. What's good? What's bad? What do I have working for me? What do I have working against me? Because maybe you might actually be in a situation that's even better than what you originally thought in your mind. Because that is something that, like David was alluding to, is that is a difference in life as far as like being able to pivot when things aren't happening your way, because things aren't going to go your way more times than not. And reframing is just a very essential tool for pivoting. So I think, we've been talking for a minute. I think we should kind of bring this to a close. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.